The Kevichusa Foundation, a philanthropic organization, held its annual Kevichusa Citizenship Award ceremony. The award honors citizens who have demonstrated exemplary contribution to society. The award carries a medallion, a certificate and a considerable cash award for lakh. The award was given away on December 20. For the year 2024, the prestigious Kevichusa Citizenship Award was awarded to the Miqlat Ministry, an undertaking of the Nagaland Baptist Church Council's Women Department. Miqlat Ministry works with empowering and rehabilitating women and girls that are in risk, girls and women that have dropped out, victims of sexual exploitation and human trafficking. The chief guest of the event, Kovi Meyase, Secretary for the Excise and Prohibition, lauded the foundation for acknowledging the exemplary services of persons and organizations in the state and thanked them for their contribution to society. In an interaction with HornbillTV, Alole Tsurha, the coordinator of Miqlat Ministry, expressed her deepest appreciation to the Kevichusa Foundation for honoring the work. Speaking on the current state of affairs in Nagaland regarding crimes against women, Alole Tsurha stated that the first step in addressing such a circumstance would be to garner courage and come out, as there are people in the society that are willing to listen and provide assistance to them. She further wished for all organizations that are providing exemplary service to continue with their good works, even if they were acknowledged or not, and also further their work with the belief and word of God.
We lost him too early. Nagaland's media fraternity, not least I, could and would have learned so much from him. Our loss is irreparable. So is our societies and states, and so much more his near and dear ones. The irony is, the moment an assassin pulls the trigger, he writes the name of the assassinated in bold letters in the book of history. And so to remind ourselves, Charlie lives, not be dead. If tomorrow my body is riddled with bullets, I shall not be dead, nor will I be defeated and silenced. The event would only mean the capitulation of those who cannot think beyond the AK-47.
The significance of moments like this occasion to me is enormous. Instituted in 2017 to recognize and promote the ideal of citizenship, and such indigenous citizens from the state with outstanding contributions to the society, the Kevichusa Citizenship Award carries a citation and a cash award. Dr. Kevichusa would once in a while, in all his humility, mention about someday winning a lottery and hopefully increasing the amount of the award. Music to a lot of our ears, actually. But I think I'd like to say that this award is priceless. To me, this award is symbolic of that unwavering spirit of our eponymous benefactor, who, despite many personal tragedies and phases of desolation and loneliness in his life, hung on to his creed by famously saying, and I quote him, "Mine is the only way. We have right on our side, and that is more than all the world."
Miqlat, it was an outcome of a celebration in 2001 that was organized by the Women Department under the theme, The Women in the 21st Century. So, in that celebration, they came up with a resolution to do something to uplift the women of our society, and especially those women that are in distress situation, women that are victims of sexual exploitation, women that are substance abusers. Miqlat came into existence because one woman, one former women's secretary of NBCC, led Reverend Dr. K. Kafo, obeyed the burden that God laid in her heart to reach out to the women that run bush joints, to reach out to the women that are prostitution. And because she followed that vision that God laid in her heart, the ministry of reaching out to the girls and women at risk was initiated and it was executed.
The team of HornbillTV is here in Dimapur for a very special program that just took place an hour back, in which the Kevichusa Citizenship Award 2024 was awarded to not a person but an organization that is championing women's rights. And this year's Kevichusa Citizenship Award 2024 was awarded to the Miqlat ministry, which is an undertaking of the NBCC. And we have with us the coordinator of the Miqlat ministry, Ms. Alule, who we will have a small conversation to try and find out what Miqlat ministry is all about, and also what are their advice for the women out there in Nagaland who are suffering from such crimes. First of all, congratulations, ma'am, on being awarded the Kevichusa Citizenship Award 2024. Ma'am, could you please just enlighten the viewers as to what the Miqlat ministry is all about?
So, Miqlat is a Hebrew word for refuge or shelter, and as the name implies, Miqlat acts as a refuge for girls, women that are at risk, that are victims of sexual exploitation, and that are victims of human trafficking. Yeah, so as mentioned, it is an undertaking of the Women Department of the Nagaland Baptist Church Council.
All right, ma'am, since you are dealing with women and those women who are endangered, so ma'am, in this regard, if you look at it today in Nagaland, in today's time, we see that crimes against women are suddenly increasing. But when you talk to the administration, one of the things that they usually say is the women don't come up to us, they don't share that they have experienced such crimes. So since you have been working diligently with the women, ma'am, what would be your advice to those women who are suffering at the moment but cannot come out and share that they are victims of such crimes? And how do you change the mindset that the women are not the victims, but rather some crime has happened to them and that they should be able to live openly? So what advice would you give to those women?
Yeah, well, the crime rate are also increasing, but I would say that with the passage of time, there have been more awareness program with regard to the prevention, and then, you know, creating more awareness, like where women can access to the available services. And so there are women that are opening up, you know, to avail the services that are, for example, the Saki One Stop Center. That is the helpline. They have a helpline called 181 that is under the initiative of the government, and so they can avail those services. We also have rehab programs for women, and as I said, there are more crimes that is also happening. So for people that are, you know, undergoing exploitation, that are being victimized, I would say that, you know, they
they should also look for people with whom they can share, people whom they trust, with whom they can, openly share. And then, because not everyone is the same, and therefore there are people that are silent, at the expense of the exploitation, but there are also people that are willing to help. And therefore, for those people that are being victimized, I would say that, you go and then seek help. There are also people that can listen to them, that can voice out for them, even if they are voiceless. And so we have also experienced instances like that, where neighbors have helped a particular girl, rescued her and then referred her to the available services that is required for her. For example, giving her rehabilitation, providing medical care and assistance, and care and counseling. So we have also, instances as such.
Ma'am, talking about it, at this very moment, there might be women watching you there, and they may be going through some form of exploitation, or they may be victims of such abuse. So, but ma'am, one of the things in Naga society is the word called stigma. Because the society is so, it is so small that every news spreads. So, which is why a lot of women, they feel kind of scared or apprehensive to come forward and speak about what they are facing through. Also, for those women, if they want to contact the Miqlat ministry, ma'am, what is the way, or what is the formal channel as to how they can come and approach the Miqlat ministry, and whether Miqlat ministry reaches out to them, or do they reach out to you? So what would be the process behind this?
Well, for the ministry, we have a program called the Outreach Ministry. That is how we get connected to the women. We go to the bush joint areas, and then we build connection, rapport with them, and that is how we develop this connection. And Miqlat Ministry, we also work in close relation with other NGOs. We have NGO partners. We also work with the government, the police, and then so whatever services is available with us, for example, rehabilitation program, safe home, whatever services is available, we provide it to them. And simultaneously, like, we also refer our girls to other NGOs and then other, similar organizations. For example, if you don't have the services with us, we send them to other organizations so that they'll be able to get quality care and then assistance. So we work closely with other organizations. And I would say this, like, for those people that are being exploited, for those people that are being victimized, many times they feel that they are the one, they are the problem maker, or many a times they feel that it was their mistake, because of which, they have to bear all these consequences. But I would say that there is no easy solution, but just that you need to have the courage, you need to gather up that courage and be able to share with people whom you can trust, who will be able to understand. Because, as I said, there are people that are willing to help. There are people that are willing to, voice out for them. So that the first step they need to take. Once they take the first step, there are people, agencies that will be willing to come forward and then help. And there is no easy solution. Once they avail their help, their situation will not change overnight. It will take time, but then definitely, they will get justice.
Ma'am, in this line of work, have you seen any change in the crime trends as to the new instances of crimes against women? Are you seeing that, or is it the same kind of exploitation, abuse that you've seen in 2005? Is there any change in the way women are being exploited in Naga society?
Yeah. So crime rate has increased definitely, and then with social media, we also see that women are being exploited even through, social media. Even if, that person is not like physically they are not in the same place, we have also seen that women are being exploited, abused, even through social media. One thing that the ministry does is that we focus on prevention. We do a lot of awareness programs, sensitization program for the women, even with concerning cybercrime, awareness of using the safe use of like social media, the use and abuse of social media, and then creating awareness programs for them. And at the same time, we also do a lot of trainings for them, and also in order to prevent them from being exploited, we also provide life skill trainings for them, so that they would not have to go out to cities, they would not have to go out to venture to other places in search of job, or like, So what we do is, as part of the prevention program, we give life skill trainings, and besides that, besides the training, we also spiritually mentor them. We also economically empower them. We also focus a lot on the emotional development of the emotional skills, and then even the social skills, so that they'll be able to even be able to make informed, good decisions also, and then they will be able to, make good, wise decisions for their lives, and then be able to live a meaningful life.
All right, ma'am. And lastly, ma'am, Miqlat ministry, a lot of the viewers watching today would not even have known that there is a ministry called the Miqlat ministry. The ministry was formed in the year 2005. Ma'am, how does it feel to be acknowledged for all those hard work that your ministry has been putting for the past 20 years without any recognition, without any acknowledgement? But today, in the year 2024, the Kevichusa Foundation awarded the Miqlat ministry the A. Kevichusa Citizenship Award. Ma'am, how proud do you feel? Do you feel acknowledged, and do you feel like thank God someone recognized me for all the work that my team, your team has been putting? And do you feel that Nagaland needs more acknowledgement to certain societies or groups, so that they will feel motivated to do better? So how proud are you at the moment?
Well, honestly, I am so honored, and it's such an immense joy to be acknowledged. And then it's not just to me, but on behalf of all those people that have worked with the ministry, since inception. I feel, as I stand, I'm very proud of all those people that have worked with the ministry. Initially, we didn't have a base, but then, they sacrificed a lot, and then they gave this selfless, dedication to the work of the ministry, and because of which, Miqlat is where it is today. And therefore, we deeply, deeply acknowledge all those people that have worked with the ministry, and then taking this opportunity, we are also very grateful to the Kevichusa Foundation, the family, for really recognizing and then, honoring the ministry. Yeah, so there are also many organizations that are doing immense work, just that there is no publicity. But whoever are doing, many people, they do not just for the sake of getting publicity, but they do with a sincere heart and devotion. And so whether they're being acknowledged openly or not openly, they do what they do because they have a calling for that. And Miqlat Ministry, today we are being acknowledged. We are very happy. We are, we are proud of the acknowledgement. But I should say, like similar to what Miqlat does, there are also many organizations that are doing good work. It's not glamorous job. It's not a glamorous work. But then, we receive a lot of joy and satisfaction with the work that we are doing, whether we are being, honored publicly or not publicly, because we believe that the work that we are doing, God honors and then God rewards us. So there is so much of satisfaction and joy, whether we get this award or not, even in the future also. But yeah, there is so much satisfaction which we experience, through God, and then with the support of everyone, prayers and support.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and congratulations again to Miqlat Ministry on being awarded the A. Kevichusa Citizenship Award 2024.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was the coordinator of the Miqlat Ministry, and as you've heard it, viewers, for all the women out there, and at this moment, if there's a woman or a girl that feels they are being exploited or being victimized, the Miqlat Ministry is there for help. And ma'am has just mentioned that the first step to come forward is to have the courage to take the first step. It's not going to be an easy process after which, but then there are also people that will listen to your problems, and that could help you out, and in turn, that could change your life for a better future. Well, Hornbill TV will be bringing you more reports like this, but that's it for now. I'm Akivito with camera person Johnson for Hornbill TV.